Welcome to a special guest edition of the Holy Shhh Podcast. It's your boy ABE from DET, and today it is a lot of toxicity here in the IWC, and people say, oh, it's so negative. It's only negative if you acknowledge it and you believe it is, but I choose not to. And somebody who I saw was extremely positive. He was promoting the 3 favorite things in my life, which is God, fitness, and professional wrestling.
Yes,
so today,
sir.
to shine some light on you in the IWC is the one, the only, Gofary is in the building.
What's going on?
What up, brother? Thanks for joining me today, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk some pro wrestling.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
I like to start everything off. This gives me a sense of where you are as a professional wrestler, but what hooked you in? What was the first thing that got you locked in with professional wrestling?
All right, I'm gonna tell you, and this gonna make you laugh, right?
Go ahead.
Back in 09, it was rough on SmackDown. 09 was rough on SmackDown, but I'll tell you what kept me hooked, and it's the funniest. I would say probably the funniest combo that you would think. You remember Chuck Palumbo and Jamie Noble going at it for Michelle McCool?
Yes.
Brother, I was loving that whole entire rivalry. I don't know what it was about that time. I was like, okay, it got me watching SmackDown. I wasn't watching Raw at the time yet. But, obviously we knew about John Cena. We knew about Randy Orton. But at the time, we had those small rivalries. So I can appreciate the mid-card so much more now than I used to before.
Definitely. If you had a Mount Rushmore of your favorite, this is your list. It doesn't have to be the best. It's just Gofary's list. Your Mount Rushmore of professional wrestlers. Who would it be?
It doesn't matter where from.
Doesn't matter. All eras, just your top 4 favorites.
Okay, my top 4. Okay. Number 1, we're talking about just strictly wrestling and entertainment. My number 1 is Chris Jericho, actually. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Listen, if you can get a list over, you can get a list over. Okay. My number 2, Randy Orton. I've always loved how villainous he could be.
Yeah.
And honestly, him and The Miz, I really have always, because as a kid, when you're growing up, you don't know that it's wrong, that it's not real.
Right.
The hate that I had for The Miz in 11 was crazy.
I believe it.
Obviously, I've always loved John Cena. I hate to pick the basic, good guy, but John Cena has done everything from start to finish. He's always been there. He's been Mr. Consistent for WWE for such a long time. And we'll go on number 5 because, I wanted to include a female wrestler. I've always liked Lita as a female wrestler, female. Yeah, she was fantastic.
Great. That leads me a great segue to my next question. Who is carrying WWE currently right now storyline, the men or the women, in your opinion?
Oh, it's not even close. The women. It's actually not even close.
Thank you.
The only good pure you're talking about from start to finish pay-per-view this year was Evolution.
Yeah.
Every other one, it had rough spots. Obviously, it had some highlights. I can even say at certain points, you were happy to see Logan Paul on your TV, which is crazy. Because, WWE has so much talent. You go and watch NXT and you're like, what are they doing? They should be doing this all the time, but they're not.
Right. So you're a fan of NXT. You watch it?
Yes.
It is a lot to be said. I think a few months ago, I was giving Triple H a lot of heat saying he doesn't know how to present men of color. This doesn't mean he's racist. It's just some people just cannot understand the culture and how to deliver it. But Shawn Michaels knows what he's doing. Can you just speak on Shawn Michaels, NXT, and their representation of African-American wrestlers for a sec, man?
It's been crazy because to have Oba at the center, right? And then to proceed to, okay, let me get real creative because this is how Shawn Michaels was going. Let me get real creative. Let me get Trick to carry the TNA championship and be able to wrestle with so many different, not just people of color, but so many different wrestlers all at once and he's able to put over the talent. Trick alone is a representation of how you can go from somebody who's good, right? And just to elevate, his mic skills have gotten better. His in-ring skills have gotten better. His mannerisms have gotten better. Presentation has gotten better. That's one singular person. And then you talk about Oba. Oba is basically what Brock Lesnar thinks he is. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that's basically like if they had wanted to bring Oba up to the main what's it called, Raw, SmackDown, and not even have him beat anybody, but kind of like Sami Zayn did whenever he initially challenged John Cena whenever he first came up. They could have done that perfectly, and a loss would have done absolutely nothing for him. Like it wouldn't have changed how it is. You could even say, what's his name? The one that was injured for the longest time, and he has a group behind him right now.
We're talking about Saquon Sugars with the Dark State. No,
Dark State's been good actually.
Yeah.
Like, I know people might not like them, but Dark State have been good. And then the guy he gets like memed on every single time he says the wrong thing. Like it's real funny. Like
it is.
there's like they have a lot of exciting talent, and you're not talking about just the men. You're also talking about the women.
Yep.
You're talking about so many different female wrestlers that are getting to showcase. And I know like everyone wanted whenever who's the former TNA wrestler whenever she came to NXT. What's her name? Oh man. Jordan Grace. Everybody wanted her to be champion, right?
Yep.
And I'm glad they didn't go with that, and they were able to go the other route with an NXT initial player that was able to get the belt. And then because Jordan Grace didn't need the belt, she had already proven that she could, carry a division. Okay, so she could feud with a former AEW, like, oh my gosh, that she's gonna be so great when she gets on the card, man.
She is.
Like I'm shaking, getting excited at the possibility, brother.
Exactly.
I'm excited. I am excited, man.
Shawn Michaels know what he's doing down there. Can you finish this sentence for me since we're on this topic? The next main roster black heavyweight champion will be.
Oh man.
Got to think about that one. It's some options.
And we're not talking about NXT players that are.
We talking about NXT players because it may be that long. It may be that long. We might have to wait for Oba or Trick. But in your mind, the next one will be.
All right. Without thinking about it, initially I was like, if it's not Oba, it's a miss. Like that was that like came straight to mind. If it's not Oba, you've missed the mark. If Trick happens to be called up first, though, then it should be Trick.
I got you.
But
any chance? Go ahead. Right? You might answer my question. Go ahead.
I was like, for the longest time, I was like, where is Melo, bro? Where is Melo?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Any chance Montez Ford squeaks in there?
I love what they're doing, but Triple H has this thing on running the long game for way too long.
Yeah.
For example, we had, and this is not even a black wrestler, but we had for the longest time, we wanted Austin Theory. Like everybody was behind Austin Theory.
Yeah.
And you could have turned him at any time. Like we gave you a whole entire year, we were still behind him, and you didn't do it. So the long game that he plays sometimes doesn't really work with Montez Ford, unfortunately. And he seems to not value wrestlers that are former tag team that can go up organically to be champions. Because look at Jey Uso as a prime example. You didn't need him to cut promos. Right. You really didn't. You could have had him just cheer, come in the ring, do what he needed to do, and get out. Because promos are where they would give him the roughest scripts. Like, I don't know why they didn't just let him do himself. Like, he can do a promo by himself.
Definitely.
Yeah.
With the ESPN merger with WWE, they presented WrestlePalooza as the grandest spectacle there will ever be, and ESPN ended up giving it a C rating. If you watched it, what was your rating? And again, just a little breakdown of what you enjoyed and what maybe you didn't like about WrestlePalooza.
So I like 2 matches.
2, wasn't it 5? That's less than half.
Brother, it was a rough watch. Like, so much so that I didn't initially watch the first time, like the first time it aired. I went back, and all I could say was to do John Cena like that it's not something that you do, man. Like,
No.
you're presenting like the greatest of all time, and then you do that. And then Stephanie Vaquer, Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer, like, we already knew. We knew that was going to be the
Chef's
best
kiss. Chef's kiss. That was amazing.
We already knew. And who else was on the card? I enjoyed, even though like people don't really like him too much, Braun, because that's what I call him. Braun and the Usos.
Yeah.
That like, I enjoyed it. I know like some people were finicky with how it finished and everything, but that was good. But the rest of the card was a rough watch. I watched it through because as a fan, you go through the worst and you go through the best. And I do the same thing with AEW, and I stopped watching for a little bit. Like, whenever AEW first showed up, I was not watching WWE. I was religiously watching AEW. So, and we are definitely at the season. Like, people don't realize every season around this time, this is the lull that you get from wrestling.
Yeah.
There's not too many like people plugging in stuff, because there's a lot of pay-per-views going on back to back to back. So they don't have time to develop a story the way that they would.
Right.
So I can forgive them for that, but WrestlePalooza was definitely a new low.
Yeah.
For like a long time. We're talking about 2017 SmackDown.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I remember it.
Brother?
I do remember it.
Oh man.
I do remember it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of division. A lot of people say either you're AEW or you're WWE. I'm a mark. I like it all. And I know WWE isn't great right now, but I'm still gonna watch it.
Dude,
I just can't get enough,
Because I'm the same way. Like, I remember people used to say, you still watch WWE? Yeah. And I still watch TNA, and I still watch New Japan, and I like any wrestling I can. Like, I'll go and watch like my local wrestling. Like, it's not. Once you realize what and how good these people are in the ring, and it's not about you're talking about just wrestling each other. You're talking about how they keep each other safe, how they communicate inside the ring, how the referee alone, just how much goes into it. It's like a machine. So even if you think they're doing something bad, just watch how the machine moves, and it's beautifully put.
It is. Are you watching AEW currently?
I am catching bits and pieces.
Okay.
I'm trying so hard to be able to like watch all those, but there's so much wrestling going on.
It's too much, man. If I wasn't doing this podcast, I don't know how I'd be able to keep up, because it's just, we don't take a day off here. It's every day. Monday, Raw. Tuesday, NXT. Wednesday, AEW. Thursday, TNA. Friday, SmackDown. And then you got pay-per-views on the weekend. So it's like nonstop now.
They do pay-per-views on both Saturday and Sunday. So you never know what you're going to get.
And then Triple H. How do you feel about Triple H with the co-booking? So when AEW comes out with a date, he makes sure he follows them and cross promotes at the same time. How you feel about that, man?
I feel like it's a waste. What you're trying to do is you're trying to compete, right? You're trying, and that's perfectly fine. But to wait and see what AEW is going to do first, it's like, brother, why? There is no need to do that. There's enough people on this planet that love wrestling that you could share that. Okay, if you already have shows going at the same time, like they were having the Wars, that's one thing. But to have pay-per-views, and then for AEW, not only to move it up so they didn't have to compete, they destroyed you on the day. Like, on the day, it wasn't even close. That pay-per-view alone, you're talking about, like, there's so many wrestlers on AEW that I'm so excited. I don't even know their names, but I've seen them wrestle.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow, what they're doing, what they did with Edge and Christian, because I ended up watching that. That's my guys. I'm gonna call him Edge. I know it's Adam Copeland now.
No, I do it too, man. I do it too.
But like, it's exciting. They do tag team wrestling really good. and I love what they've done with Brody Lee, and I don't know the other wrestler that they've
Brody
picked.
King and Bandito.
Yeah, Brody
Yep.
King. I'm Brody King. Yeah, my bad. But their stuff's fantastic. I'm a big fan of tag team wrestling, especially in AEW. And what's his name? The main event player that just challenged Hangman. What's his name?
Uh,
Uh,
Lee Moriarty.
no, not Lee Moriarty.
Oh, you talking about Kyle Fletcher, the proto
Yeah,
star?
that's my
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, he's the future.
Bro.
He's the future, man.
Bro,
He's the future.
Exciting.
If this was NBA and we could talk trade talks, is there one WWE star and one AEW star that you think would swap spots and do well on the opposite side? Maybe they're not doing so well in WWE, and same vice versa in AEW, and it might be a refresh if they just switch brands. Who would you trade?
Though I'm not a big fan. Though I'm personally not a big fan of this wrestler, right? But I think I remember just how good the WrestleMania match was because she formerly was AEW.
Yeah.
I mean, she formerly was WWE. Mercedes Moné.
Ooh.
If she were to come back,
Yes.
goodness gracious. And this is coming from somebody that's not personally a fan.
Yeah.
Of her. I don't like the too many belts thing. I'm not sold on it. But she would do fantastic coming back.
With AJ, EO, Rhea, all these stars they got right now. Stephanie Vakir.
Good female wrestlers right now.
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, there we go. It would be another female wrestler too. From WWE, what's her name? Aleister Black's wife.
Ooh, Zelina Vega. Yes. She would.
They never gave her the mic.
They
dog.
never.
Bro,
They never.
the one time she got to cut the promo, it was the craziest promo of all time for females. It was crazy. Have her go to AEW, brother. Let her talk. The freedom that she would have over there, and her matches are never bad either. So just people need to get a bit more freedom on each side. And I think because she's not such a big name player, they didn't give her the time. And that kind of sucked. But yeah, it would just be two female wrestlers. I don't have too many with the men, simply for the fact that if they could do better with the men, for example, AEW is a prime example of you didn't do good with Rusev. You didn't do good with Aleister, really.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of don't trust you like that.
And Andrade.
Yeah, bro. Andrade is the biggest miss. How
everybody missed on him. Everybody.
You have that 7-match series with Melo.
Come on,
bro.
man.
Come on, brother.
Man.
How could you not capitalize on that? But one thing I'm very glad that AEW is doing is they're capitalizing off the Rusev win. They are actually involving him in everything. And I don't mind if he actually does win against Dom for the belt. At this point, Dom hasn't really wrestled too many. Right. And Dom has never needed a belt to begin with.
He don't need nothing. A belt, a woman, anything. That man is on fire. When I first saw Dom, I like to call my shot and say, oh, that's a star. I never saw Dom coming. I never saw it coming, man. That's what I like about pro wrestling, that element of surprise. That's kind of why I'm more of an AEW fan, because I can see things that I don't see coming, whereas WWE, I mean, they just promote it a mile away, which is cool. It's a business. I understand it, but I miss being surprised. You know what I mean?
For example, the R2 thing.
Oh, yeah.
The craziest miss. And, they reported on the dirt sheets. I don't know if you heard, but it was just backstage where Triple H was just if it's not something that he wanted and it happens organically, he's just going to push it down. Yep. And that's the craziest thing, brother. Come on, man. The person put in all that work.
Yep.
For you to just, but it happens. It's been happening for years, decades. So it's not something new.
I get it. I got one more sentence I need you to finish.
Yeah.
The greatest tag team of all time is?
If it's not Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, you're wrong.
Ooh. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
But caveat. I am FTR, whatever you want to call them, but, listen, okay, I've never seen a bad match from those guys, whether it was
No.
AEW, WWE, wherever they were. Okay, it doesn't matter where these guys go, they will deliver a good match. But for me, growing up, childhood, you're talking about Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, always been there.
Right, right. To stray a little bit from professional wrestling, one of the things I really enjoyed about your platform, like our name is the Holy Shhh Podcast. It comes
Yeah,
from the chant, but still the word holy is in it just because we all are spiritual people here. But and I noticed that you're big in faith.
yeah,
What brought you your faith and what brought you to Christ and just your passion for it, man?
brother. And here's the funny thing, like, I'm glad that you asked about this, because 2 weeks ago, the Lord told me to share my full story, and I did eventually post it. And I've been thinking of how to summarize it for people that didn't watch all 24 of my videos or my
Right.
whole entire YouTube video. And I could think back high school. You're talking about right before I go into my sophomore year. My friend had been battling cancer for the longest time, and he like passed away from it. And my heart had just been hardened, from it. And I didn't cry during the funeral. I hadn't cried or anything like that for a while. And you come back to like 2018, and initially he died in 2012. You're talking about a good couple years. And I go back to his grave, and brother, when I tell you, like, I bawled, just bawled, like, just having a conversation. And I think it was that instance that the Lord needed to, like, because that was me, my heart being open at that point, and for him to just get through, right? And it's been a journey from 2020 all the way up to now. But I had an encounter in my room. I was like sleeping, and I saw a light. The light was like, you have to follow, me, basically. And from that journey on, you're talking about last year was the first time I fully accepted, this is a new thing for me. I had never had spiritual warfare, dealt with that for the first time last year.
So you didn't grow up in it. It's just all recently come to you.
I grew up around it.
Okay,
The
all right, all
Lord,
right.
when the Lord surrounds you with people, of the faith, and see, like, that's one thing I've always loved about people of faith, right? They don't have to tell you anything, right?
Right.
But the way that they're moving, their posture, the way that they carry themselves, the love that they show, all that helped me in my journey. Like, the one time I did eventually ask my friend about his faith, it was like, after a night, and obviously we're man of faith, and we try not to get drunk or anything like that. But it was after a night, a Halloween party, and we had went out and we had drink. And I think it was just a time, like, I was ready. And we sat down on the front porch next to a pier, and I asked him about his faith. 3 months later, I got my Bible. Another 6 months, something miraculous happens. So, like, I have so much undeniable proof at this point that I want not just people of faith to come to the faith, because I don't want you to, like, you already know about the faith.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be spreading the word, but I want those people that are atheists, those people that are agnostic, those people that even people of basically different religions, right? I've had so many good conversations because I can respect you. Like, I can, like, share my faith without disrespecting whatever you're doing.
I
Or,
appreciate that.
yeah, that's a beautiful thing that you can do. Show somebody love regardless of how they show you. For the longest time, like 2 years, I've been working at the post office, and there's this lady every morning, brother. And this isn't a prime example of obedience because I didn't want to do it, but the Lord was just like, you got to hammer it down. Um, I was saying good morning to everybody in the office. This one lady, she would not do it. Do you know how long it took? It took a whole year. Now, if I had stopped and she hadn't told me good morning back, right? No issue. But prime example of what if the Lord had stopped chasing you?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you got to give people grace because people come at the right time. I'm sorry I'm rambling, but that's
No, this is why
really
I
all
wanted
it
you on, man. I was like, man,
is.
I'm on a faith journey myself right now, and
Yeah,
I'm around a lot of dark spirits, so I don't have light like yourself to converse like this. So keep going, man. Trust me.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you my biggest one, and this makes me laugh now, but I was terrified in the moment, brother. I had been 3 months in my new apartment that I'm at right now, and like I said, spiritual warfare, all these things, and basically, I felt like you're saying a dark spirit right while I'm sleeping, and I don't know what it said, right? Holy Spirit, not me. Holy Spirit woke me up. I sat up, brother, like the Undertaker.
Right.
I sat up and basically I said, I rebuke you in the name of the Lord. Like, and I said it a couple more times, and I know it wasn't me because, normally when you wake up and you get scared and stuff, you don't go back to sleep. You're terrified for the next couple. The peace that I had from just the Holy Spirit controlling, brother, I slept like a baby. That's the best sleep I've ever had in my
Yeah,
life.
man. He gives us signs in so many different ways. A little testimony of mine. In 2020, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, and it's been crippling my joints ever since. Multiple surgeries.
Yeah.
But before that, I was training to be an IFBB pro in bodybuilding, and I was doing martial arts as well. And if it wasn't for God taking away my arms and my limbs, I would have never been on this podcast journey.
Mm.
I've got deals with the Lions now. We're working on stuff with ESPN, Barstool Sports. So everything
Praise
is
Jesus, man.
his path. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
even if it's dark, I remember 2020 when I got sick and was like, I can never bodybuild again. What the heck? So just to where I'm at now, it's just a testimony of
Mhm.
you have to go through the process. He doesn't close doors. He just closes that road so that you can see the one that you haven't been witnessing, or, oh, what's this over? I never saw this. I've just been going this way. So everything is purposeful, man. So yeah,
Exactly,
I
man.
agree with your testimony 1,000%, man. Appreciate that talk. I needed that in my spirit today, man. But let's have some fun, man. We play a couple games on here. One is called Spin the Wheel. The object of the game, you're going to spin the wheel. It'll land on a wrestler. You want to build a character, move set, mic skill, and
Oh,
look. You get 5 spins, 2 skips if necessary, but we are trying to build a wrestler here. Are you ready to play?
all
Spin the
right,
wheel
let's go.
here.
I'm ready.
Let's give it the first spin. Spin the wheel. Gofary is trying to build his wrestler. Where are we at with this? Bring it over here. First spin. Like I said, you're picking moveset, mic skill, and appearance. Your first wrestler is
Xavier, what? Wait.
Yokozuna. Would you like his
What?
moveset, mic skill, look, or you can skip?
I'm gonna skip, man.
We gonna skip. You still got one more skip in the
All right.
chamber. Moveset, mic skill, and appearance is what we're looking for. Second wrestler on the board is
I'm fine. Yeah,
Grayson
I'm fine
Waller.
with. Actually, his mic skills are not half bad.
They not bad at all.
Yeah.
We going
I'm
with
gonna pick
Grayson Waller's mic skills, and we still got one skip in the chamber.
Mhm.
Looking for appearance and moveset. Next up is
Oh no!
from the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley. Would you like his moveset or look, or we can skip?
I'm gonna skip one more time. Actually, I'm praise hope.
That means the next 2 will be your picks. One will be look, and the other will be moveset. We got
Jeez.
Goldberg.
The look.
We got Goldberg's looks. There we go. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. So you're a wrestler. He has the mic skills of Grayson Waller. He has the look of Bill Goldberg and the move set of
Oh, I'm perfectly fine with that.
the American Dream.
I'm perfectly fine with
Dusty
that.
Rose, baby.
Yeah.
That's a Hall of Famer if you ask me right there, man. That's not bad at all. Let's get that wheel out of here. The last game that we play on here is called Name That Wrestler. You got 60 seconds to ask me as many questions as you'd like to name that wrestler. You can say, is it a man, woman, Raw, SmackDown, AEW, WWE, blue hair, black hair, whatever you need to ask me. How many titles? Whatever you need to guess who the wrestler is within 60 seconds. Are you ready?
Wait, so I'm asking you or you're asking me?
You're asking me the questions like, are they black? Are they white? Is it a male?
Oh, so I have to figure
You're going
out.
to ask me the questions to guess who is the wrestler. I
Okay,
know the answer.
I got you.
60 seconds on the board starting now.
Are they black?
Yes, they're black.
Okay. Are they a former tag team wrestler?
Yes.
They're current WWE?
Current WWE, yes.
WWE. Okay. How long their hair?
About as long as yours. Maybe longer.
Okay. Have they won the world champion?
No world title yet.
Is it Mello?
Not Mello.
Montez Ford.
It is Montez Ford. 1,000.
Is he your guy though?
Will, you got like 30 seconds left, man. That was record timing right there, man. I think we talked about him earlier, so I kind of yeah.
You got excited about it, so whatever.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Is he your slated like champion to be?
Yeah. Before we get out of here, man.
Yeah.
If there's somebody in a dark place somewhere and they're missing that hope that me and you found, what's some encouraging words that you could give them to follow the Lord and let him take over their life, man?
Okay. So obviously, we have a million people's different testimony, right? And, that might not empower you. But go to your local church. Go to, even a counselor, right? Even people not of faith, right? Because the Lord moves through different types of people. He will move through whoever he needs to get to you, right? So be encouraged, not by like the people of faith, but be encouraged by the Lord woke you up today, right? What is your purpose, right? Okay. If the Lord gave you that one breath again for the next day, that's another day you can choose to be better. That's another day you can choose to follow him. That's another day that he has fully given you. And you don't even know him yet. So imagine when you know him. Imagine what he could do for you when you know him.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Anything you want to plug on your end before we get out of here? Anything you got going on?
So
how can they reach you?
Honestly, on all my socials, it's Gofary. Gofary. You can follow me on any social media like that. But not plugging my stuff, but personally to you guys, man, I love what you guys do. Especially because I focused in really on you in particular. The excitement that you show whenever it doesn't matter what you're putting through. And obviously, we've talked about it. But the excitement that you show, it basically helps me feel that too, to plug in my wrestling stuff. Like, I wasn't as consistent as I am now, obviously, as you could tell. But I love plugging in my wrestling stuff now. I love plugging in my faith. People that encourage me like you do, brother, they're second to none. So I appreciate what you guys do. And just keep doing you guys, man. I can't wait till you guys get huge, man.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that, man. That's the best outro we ever had, man. But like I said, man, you guys go follow Gofary, man. Dope content and health and fitness, man. He's into that as well. This is the first of many interviews. The next one, we diving into some fitness because that's my life as well, bro. And we got to get people on track, man. Us as a people, we are not taking health serious, and there is a war going on, and it's not out in the Middle East. It's not overseas. It's in our grocery stores, and we got to wake up and realize what we're putting into our bodies. It's not always about hitting the gym. You got to be conscious because there's some things going on. There's a lot of corners being cut, and you got to watch what you eat out here. Seriously, man. But till next time when we link up with Gofary, it's been real. It's been your boy ABE from DET.
We out.
And we out.
Yes,
Peace.
sir.